Alrighty, so let's dig into some Calico, shall we?
Yeah.
So for those of you who are not aware, Calico is a tile laying game where you are trying to construct the most appealing quilt so that cats will come and lay on it. And it is a whole lot of fun. It is on Tabletopia, which is the platform that we are using today. And honestly, it looks really nice on here, and it's pretty easy to play. I will admit, Tabletopia is not one of my favorite platforms all the time. But Paul, what do you like? It seems to play really smoothly on here for me.
Well, we played. Was it last week? I'm trying to think when we did. We sat down and we played a couple of games of it, and it was. I want to say like it was super easy to get into. I have not played very many board games during the pandemic or like for quite a while, and so I felt like. I want to say like a little nervous settling into something and learning it. But the game itself was really approachable. And the way, I don't know, I kind of like Tabletopia. There's quite a lot on Tabletopia that's free and easy to use. And I think maybe for really complex games, it might not be the thing. But for a lot of lighter ones or sort of middle ones, like a tile laying game like this, where you're mostly sort of dragging and dropping stuff, I feel it works pretty well.
I would agree.
Like, I think we had a really good time.
Yeah, and I think we're going to have another really good time. So just to give chat kind of an idea of how the game works mechanically, Paul and I will each start with 2 quilt tiles in our hand, which they have kind of put out in front of our board. So I'm going to drag mine into my hand real quick.
Yes.
And so you all will be seeing things from my point of view, but basically almost everything in the game is public information. So you will be able to see what's going on Paul's board as well, which is pretty nice. Then we need to choose from our bonus tiles that we were given randomly at the beginning of the game and select 3. All right, I'm going to pick my bonus tiles. Let's see here. So this is the one that could be worth the most. It seems like it'll be difficult, but I'm going to try and make it happen. So we're going to put this one here. They're all difficult. Yeah, they're definitely all difficult.
So for that one, you're going to have 4 of the same, either the same color or the same...
Yeah, either the same color or the same pattern, or both if I want to try and get the 14 points. But that seems like it might be a tall order.
Good luck with that, Crystal.
Yeah, I mean, I like to challenge myself. So yes, these bonus tiles, they can be fulfilled by either color or pattern on the tiles around them. So in this instance, 4 of one type and 2 of another. If I can fulfill that via color or pattern, I'll get 7 points. If I can fulfill it via both, I'll get 14. And as we found out when we played this game last weekend, the luck of the draw in the tile bag can actually affect this to some degree. I had, let's see. Oh, you didn't pick it. This is the one that you didn't pick. I chose last time.
No, I'm not going anywhere near that.
I loved doing it, but I couldn't completely fulfill it. I couldn't do the color and pattern because the tile I needed just never came out.
Look, we've got all these cats up here, and they want, like, combination. These cats, I guess they want, like, straight lines of the same tile.
Yes. Okay, so...
And that's not going to happen with those bonus things. I think I'm just going to lead myself into danger if I try that.
Yes, so Rumi wants 3 tiles in a row of either this pattern or this pattern, but Rumi doesn't care what color they are. None of the cats are colorblind, so... Thank you for the bits, Monique. I heart you so much.
Hi, Monique.
Coconut wants to see 5 tiles all grouped together in any pattern in either the dots or the stripies. And then Leo wants 5 in a row. Hold on. How in 5 is like the most you can do? Oh, wait, no. Is there a... Nope, it's 5. Leo is hard to please as far as cats go.
But then you get 11
bits,
button
Amanda.
points.
Sorry, what'd you say, Paul?
But then you get 11 sort of cool button points.
11 button points. Oh, and buttons are another cool thing. Anytime we place 3 tiles next to one another of a single color, we get a button of a matching color. And if you get all 6 buttons, then you get a rainbow button. And I must admit, I really like the rainbow buttons.
You just really like rainbows.
I do! Rainbows are awesome! Thankfully for us, these tiles that are around the outsides of our boards also count toward all of these things. Well, not the bonus tiles in the middle, but the other ones. I think even for the cat bonuses, I believe they can count toward that. So that will hopefully be helpful in that regard.
Okay. I'll bear that in mind.
All right, Paul, I'm going to let you go first. How about that?
Okay, that's great. That means I have to start making decisions right away.
Well, but so I can explain. So of the 2 tiles in Paul's hand, Paul is going to choose one of them to place out onto his quilt. And then he will draw from the 3 available tiles that are out here on the table. And then we will replace from the bag and keep on going. It's a really simple game, y'all. And yet, this is one of those games that appeals to me because while the mechanics are ridiculously simple, the decisions you have to make are ridiculously difficult. And those are some of my favorite types of games.
Yes. There's definitely, there was a really nice roundup that Paula did recently of some games, and she mentioned this, and she did a series of faces, which I've discovered that is scientifically accurate, that you will go through all of those different flavors of frustration as you attempt to play this game, and then basically want to bang your head against every wall in your home.
Yep. My friend Kathy calls it a sigh game, as in there are multiple moments in which you sigh because you just can't do the thing you want to do.
And you get this thing like, I'm going to pop this tile down here now, and it's going to put 2 of these same color, same pattern tiles next to each other, so I'm going to love that. But it's the start of the game, and so I feel good about every choice I make, and by the end, I'm going to hate the world and civilization and all games, board games, video games, role-playing games. I'm going to hate everything. I'm going to scream. And, we'll get to watch that descent into madness over probably an hour or so. So that'll be nice.
Yep.
What am I going to pick up? I'm going to pick up this nice stripy boy.
Stripy boy? Oh, and then we got
some
French wallpaper coming out.
Yeah, bad French wallpaper.
Yeah, Leo likes the French wallpaper. Are we surprised that Leo, the cat... Y'all, look at Leo. Of course Leo likes French wallpaper.
So the thing with Leo is, I've known Leo for a while, and he's always been a bit bougie.
Leo is a little bit bougie.
He is. I mean, you know him. I know him.
Yeah, we all know Leo. I mean, but honestly, though, my chunky boy Coconut. Look at little Coconut.
With his token that's bigger than all the other tokens.
Yeah, like if I put one of the other cat tokens on top of Coconut, like look how big Coconut is.
Literally twice as big.
Yeah, Coconut, he's a chonky cat. Okay, now I have to make a decision. See, that whole, my brain wants to try and do the 5 in a row for Leo. My brain wants to.
Aim for it.
Yeah, but the thing is, I feel like working toward the goals, I can't do both.
Because you've got that one at the bottom left that's already like a French wallpaper thing, and that would count as part of it, right?
True, but I don't have any French wallpaper in my hand currently, so I would have to...
But there's 2 on the table.
But if I pick that one up... Okay, so let's see. So let's go put this one somewhere else for now. So what I'll do is I'm actually going to put this purple dotty... Oh, nope, not there. Let's put it here. All right, and then I will pick up the blue French wallpaper, and we'll see what happens. All right. Well, now you got some Fernie boys over there for you.
They're my favorite. That's the design that I like the most.
You do. You like the ferns.
I do like the ferns. I don't know why. I just do. It's just the pattern that's the most appealing.
Juju, that is this pattern here on this pink tile, we've just deemed it French wallpaper for no reason other than we needed a way to describe the tile shapes. Is this actually damask? Is that what this is? I don't know for sure. Oh, my dog cam is live. Sterling, are you licking your foot? What? That's... And Lana's laying just off camera right now, y'all. Hold on, she's right over here. She's I'm gonna lay on this rug instead of in all of the comfortable stuff Mom has set up for me over here.
That's a standard kind of dog way. Or the other thing is just put one leg or put your head on the bed and then the rest of you is on the floor. That's a pretty standard dog procedure.
Lana does that all the time.
Okay, so where am I going to put I'm going to be honest with you. I've got 2 stripy boys.
Stripy boys, okay.
Yeah, and I've got options that I'm looking at in my life for like what I could do. God, this is turn number 2, and we're already
at the sigh point of the game.
I'm not cut out for this. This is not what I signed up for.
And for the record, yes, to everybody in the chat, this game actually can fly by very, very quickly when you're playing it and not, talking to people in Twitch. But we are going to be taking our time with this because it's a little bit more leisurely that way. But yeah, this game actually can be really, really fast if you want it to be.
Maybe, if you're not me, if you don't look at everything.
100%.
Like, my brain just melts. It's like a computer CPU overheating. You just hear the fan whirring up in my head, and it gets incredibly hot in there, and everything just liquefies.
Yep.
I think I want to do that. I don't know. I might. I don't. Oh, God, help me. Help me. I don't want the fern.
Okay.
I don't want the one in the middle because I just think that's a horrible pattern.
Okay.
That's just the LSD trip tile, and I don't just like any of that. Oh, I'm going to take it anyway. I'm taking it.
No!
And now I've given you more wallpaper. I don't know.
No, I wanted that.
There's so many
blue
things
one.
that I want to do them all.
Oh, gosh.
And the way this works, I'll explain it to you. The way it works in my head is I can see like a half-completed board in my head. And I can see like, hey, if I do this here, I get these points, and this is how I combine this objective with this. But then the tiles don't appear. So then I have to like imagine that pattern in my head.
Right. Okay, we're going to take...
I don't know. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. It really does. And I'm just mad that you took... Oh, no. Well, that tile didn't come out, apparently. We're doing this one. Okay. Hold on. I have
That's
to get
okay.
closer.
We did that so many times in our practice.
I know.
game.
I'm going to put it over here, and then I'll... There we go. Okay. Sorry, those were fake out tiles. Hopefully you didn't want them, because...
Nobody saw it.
I don't even know what you want, but... Oh, man. I love that we're talking about the French language in chat right now. That makes me incredibly happy.
Oh, that is super cool. In French, that's pain perdu. Forgotten bread? Lost bread. Oh, yeah. Lost bread. We call that lost bread since it's... Oh, my goodness. Oh, this is exciting. Chat is so busy. I don't know how anyone keeps up with this.
I'm just going to let chat do their thing, and I'm going to try and stop scrolling with my scroll wheel.
People are talking about French fries and French toast. I put a French toast recipe on my Patreon last year. I was super experimental in some of the things that I wrote, and I put a recipe up for revolutionary French toast. So if you want to bring down the state or the patriarchy or anything else like that, you may as well start with a simple, basic food stuff made out of sugar and eggs and bread.
Okay.
They're commonly available foods for everyone. They're appropriate for the proletariat, is how I see it. Okay.
I'm actually really excited about the board game French Toast that's going to be coming out this year.
Is that a real thing?
It really is. I first played it in prototype form at... I want to say it was PAX Unplugged, about a year ago now. Obviously, it was December of 2019. I think that's where I first played it. And it is a blast. Like, it is a party game that I love, and I'm really, really glad that it's getting published.
I did not know about this.
Oh, yes, Dakota, we did play that during Bing Bong Con. I taught the online version to some people.
I'm going to take the ferns. I don't know if this is a great idea, but
you just like that pattern.
I do like that pattern. It's pretty good.
Okay.
Look at me just casually taking a tile out the bag like a normal person.
Ooh. Okay, so what I'm going to do...
I might get my sass on as the game increases. We'll see.
I like that plan. Okay, so we're going to do this one here. And then I'm going to pick up... we should pick up the French wallpaper. Keep doing the French wallpaper.
Okay.
Hey, more Fernie boys for you.
I've been. Paula has accused me of being sassy in chat. That's. I don't know why she has that idea. I don't know.
No, you're the opposite of sass. Just like I am a very calm person.
You're pretty calm, and all the time I've known you, you've been very calm and pleasant and nice.
I mean, pleasant and nice don't have to go with calm. And generally, I have no chill about, like, the things that I love or the things that I'm excited about. Like, I'm one of those people who don't like enthusiasm are kind of just like, you know that thing from the TV show Friends where Ross is like, that thing gets applied to me by like 10% of the population. The other 90% loves it, but the 10% is kind of like, okay, bring it down a notch, Crystal.
Well, all of us like exist at different points on a spectrum in our personality. That's just life. That's how we are.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. Okay, I'm concocting a plan. The plan's being concocted.
I'm excited.
In my head.
In your head. And then it'll get vomited out of your brain, and who knows what it'll look like.
It sure as heck will. Okay, hold on. This
I'm holding.
This is going to work. This is going to go here. And next, we are going to probably take the... Do I want to take the stripe? I feel like I want to take the stripes. I'm taking the stripes.
Okay.
And, green ferns. You see, look at that. That color is appropriate. That pattern is nice.
It does fit.
I would have that on a blanket, and then I would sleep under that blanket sort of soundly.
Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to put this one here. And, okay, so there's no more French wallpaper for me to pick up. Don't worry, Leo. I'm going to get you your 5 in a row eventually.
Don't let that cat down. Don't make a cat promise.
I'm not letting Leo down. But that... okay, because I have to start looking at the goals as well. So that being the case... Let's try and do, oh man, either pattern or color for the 4 and 2 one seems like it's going to be a challenge, so to speak. I'm going to actually pick up the purple ferny.
It's weird, but I feel like the decision about what to pick up is one of the toughest.
It kind of is. And I just replaced it with another purple fern, so if in fact you wanted that, you still can, apparently.
Well, we'll cross that purple fern bridge when we come to it, which might happen in a moment. I'm dropping... Yeah, am I doing this? I think I'm doing this.
I know no one redeemed bunny ears, but since y'all put a whole bunch of them into the chat, I'm just going to put them on anyway.
God, am I doing this? I think I'm doing this.
I think you are. I believe in you.
I need like an extra local friend here with me to tell me if I'm making good decisions or not. I'm putting a stripy boy down there, which technically means I've got now 4 connected, which is good.
Well, because you're the coconut. You're the big chonky boy wants 5 of those.
He's interested, and just after I put that tile down, he did text me, and he was just like, cool blanket bro. He's not come over, but he did text me. So we might have blanket and chill, I don't know. I'm going to take...
Okay, I love that everyone is redeeming bunny ears now. I'm just going to keep flippity-flapping for a while. Ooh.
Again, you need a person locally where you are just to operate those while you play the game.
That's accurate. Ooh, because if I do no, oh man, the pink dots are nice. Okay, what do I put down first?
I saw hydrate redeemed. I'm gonna hydrate.
Yep, hydration. Thank you everyone for the reminder.
That is a good idea. And then I'm gonna...
said coconut was like, Paul, you up?
Oh my god. I'm gonna redeem a bunny ears.
Uh-huh. Okay, so we're going to put this one down here, which means we're giving up on color. And we'll have to go pattern only for this one if we want to do something. But I think that's okay. Then I want to pick up... Ooh. I could... Well, then another Fernie boy makes sense, actually. So, do that. Oh, okay. So many bunny ears. I think I probably have to flippity flap these ears for the rest of the stream at this point. And, you know, there are laws in place here on Twitch about channel point redemption things. And it is a law that I just have to keep flippity flapping them. So
that's the thing, actually, about Twitch. It genuinely is the law.
Yeah.
And if you, I don't quite know how it works, but yeah, if you didn't do that, the Twitch police would come to
That
Las
actually
Vegas.
was the car door that Sterling heard earlier. The Twitch police thought that they were going to be needed, and then they realized that I was doing the right thing. And so they're actually down the block having a cup of coffee right now to make sure.
Yeah, they're doing a stakeout.
Everybody's still redeeming the bunny.
Don't put a foot wrong.
I'm just gonna keep doing this, and somebody is gonna stumble upon this stream randomly at some point and be like, what is happening? Also, I know that the screen is very busy, y'all, but I wanted to make sure I included everything.
I think that's fine. That's great.
Okay.
I'm gonna drop green ferns.
Ooh, three
That's
green.
my first collection of 3 greens.
Stitch that button.
Yeah, I'm Button Boy Paul Dean.
Button Boy.
Excuse me, that's a title that I had to work hard to earn. I'm going to take that disgusting pink LSD kaleidoscope horror and make more ferns appear.
Ooh, okay. Well, I wanted the one you took, but I will actually be okay with
You can fight me for it.
So I think I'll pass, but thank you.
Right.
Okay, so we're going to put this one over here.
Mm-hmm.
This is my problem with this game, is I tend to shy away from the middle early on because I'm afraid of what I'm going to be able to do later. Then, at the end of the game, I have to put tiles in those places, and it never ends well for me.
But, I think that's a valid tactic.
Yeah. Wait till you get the right thing, and then just hope it comes, or whatever. But I am trying to set up a number of things.
I want that tile that you just put down.
Oh,
I considerably want that.
Mary Lou has redeemed Song Request, which Twitch Sings does not exist anymore. And I'm not as good of a singer as Ambi. But you said anything by Hamilton. Well, in the last stream, Monique was talking about how she can't do Angelica's rap from Satisfied. I think I can. I'm going to pull up the lyrics just in case. Because it is a lot of words. But I will do Angelica's rap. Sorry, I know I just scrolled out again. Just as a heads up, the word HE double hockey sticks appears in this. I think that's probably okay to say, but I'm just warning you all out loud. All right, I'm going to take a drink of water and then I'm going to try and do this.
Oh my goodness.
So I'm starting with so. I'm not doing the whole song. Let's see. This could go horribly. So this is what it feels like to match wits with someone at your level. What the hell is the catch? It's the thrilling of freedom of seeing the light. It's Ben Franklin with a key and a kite. You see it, right? The conversation lasted 2 minutes, maybe 3 minutes. Everything we said in total agreement. It's a dream and it's a bit of a dance. It's a bit of a posture. It's a bit of a stance. He's a bit of a flirt, but I'm gonna give it a chance. I asked about his family. Did you see his answer? His hands started fidgeting. He looked askance. He's penniless. He's flying by the seat of his pants. Handsome boy, does he know it? Peach fuzz and he can't even grow it. I want to take him far away from this place. Then I turn and see my sister's face and she is helpless. Boom.
Wow, that's really good.
I love to rap, and that was not as good as it. I've done that one better, for the record. But
so here's the thing: I'm going to have to admit to you, I don't know Hamilton very well.
That's okay.
Because it's been such a US cultural thing,
yeah,
but it's less so cross borders.
Thank you for the bits, McGowan.
I don't know. That's pretty good to me.
Yeah, if y'all haven't heard me sing White and Nerdy before, which I used to do on Twitch Sings a lot, that's my best rapping, actually, is Weird Al Yankovic, so...
It also takes some stones to decide to do that on a stream in front of, like, maybe hundreds of people.
I mean, this is where I shine. I love being live. I love interacting with the live chat. Like, most people like to do, like, pre-recorded video where they can edit and things like that. I prefer to be off the cuff and just do things as they come, and I tend to be a happier person when I just do what I want to do.
That's a really good sign, though. That's like a sign of comfort and a sign of like being capable. Because like there are people who are utterly, the other end of the spectrum who, if they have to do stuff off the cuff, it makes them like super anxious and very stressed, which is totally understandable.
Yeah,
but,
for sure. No judgment to people who do not thrive the way that I thrive. Thank you for the follow, Northern Sin.
I have grade 9 students that know Hamilton. There is no excuse. Well, I don't know what I can say to that. I guess I've got work to do at the end of this stream.
Herb's Gambit. I can do all of White and Nerdy without any lyrics in front of me. All of it. The entire thing. I'm not doing that right now because that would take a while and be awkward without backing music. But I can sing all of White and Nerdy with no lyrics. And when I do that at a bar, like when I go to an actual karaoke night, and like obviously you start, on the little stage, behind the screen that has the lyrics on it. If I am given a wireless mic, I immediately step away from that stage and walk around the entire bar and like get into people's faces, and it is so much fun. Oh, I assume it's my turn since nothing's happening. And,
no, I think it's me.
Is it? Okay.
I think it's me. It's just I was running my mouth off.
No, I mean, you and I think, are both really good at that in the best way.
I'd like to think we're both listeners too.
That
both
reads.
Hopefully good listeners. No, I'm not putting that there. I'm changing my mind. I'm putting that there. That's my plan.
I like it.
Look, I got a plan because I got 3 of these horror kaleidoscope wormhole things.
So you get Romy.
Yeah, here he comes. Here he comes. Look how keen he is.
Oh, where'd he go?
Which one? Which one is he going to land on though? Because he could land on any of them. Oh, he's making up his mind. Oh, he's gone for that one.
Oh, okay. It was funny because on my screen he disappeared, so it was like he's there now. But yeah.
Cats will do that. They will suddenly be somewhere else, and it will be vaguely magical, is how I would describe it.
I've never really known the magic of a cat. Ooh.
So, okay, this is a thing. I have capital O opinions about this. When I grew up, cats were like, some people had dogs, some people had cats, some people had both, and cats were like, the kind of magical animal where they were like, graceful and cute and aloof and all of this.
Yeah.
And then with the internet and with social media, where we have a lot more people like filming their cats and watching what their cats do, and like cat cams and TikTok and Vine and all of this, we now know the truth about cats, which is they're absolutely useless. They don't know what they're doing. The graceful cat things like walking along a tight pole or jumping over stuff, or like they're really crap at it, and they're phoning it in most of the time, and then they're sleeping the rest of the time, and they're like, oh, I should do a cute cat thing now, and they just fall over or they fall off the bed, or like they don't have any chill. They're actually not that great at hunting. They're very needy. They're very unpredictable.
All right, I mean, a lot of the things that you just said do technically also apply to dogs.
Well, but I feel like dogs are more honest about it.
That's true. Like, my dogs... Oh, Dakota said, I love how Paul looked around to make sure no cats were listening.
My partner has a cat, and she has... And I mean, she, the cat, in this case, has... I don't know, we get along well, but she has cat opinions about a lot of things as well.
So I placed this purple Fernie boy down here, which got me a purple button, and then...
Oh, right. Okay, no, this is... All right, this is happening now. You're fighting back. Okay.
Oh, right. I mean, you've already attracted a cat, so...
I have. And I am now going to see if I can attract another one, because I'm going to put down this really good blue stripy thing. And I believe that's 5 stripy things along here.
That is 5 stripy things.
So it is, what's that noise? It's coconut.
It's coconut.
Here he comes. He's too big to fit on any one of the tiles. He, she, they. Too large to fit on any one of the tiles. So instead they're sort of draped across 3.
I like coconut as a pet name because it is very gender fluid as like a name goes. Like I could see a female or male cat being named Coconut.
Yeah. I think that's a really good point, and it also has a nice sound to it as well.
It does. The word coconut.
Yeah,
that's nice.
All kinds of pets or people if they wanted, and that would be just valid. Of course, my question now is, what am I going to do next?
You should pick up those pink dots because you have pink dots down at the bottom of your board.
I do.
Or it could go in that spot between your 2 pink tiles up at the top there.
Yeah, and that would score me some cool points. Cool
points, yeah.
What would you do if I took the French wallpaper piece?
You don't want to take the French wallpaper. Oh,
Because
I can't.
If you put that down, you get a lot of points.
But you only get 2 tiles in your hand, so if you were only taking it to stop me, then you might ruin your own plans. I'm just saying.
I can see a place where it would go and where I would have a joyously wonderful time in
do what you must,
world.
Paul Dean.
I'm just moving my hand over it. I'm picking it up just to see what it feels like. And I'm putting it into my hand just experimentally to see how it looks in my hand. And it looks kind of good.
Yeah, it's staying there. Please, come on. I was just waiting for the French purple wallpaper to come out right then, and it didn't.
Aren't you glad that you're my friend?
I really am, actually. Because honestly, like if you can't be a mild jerk to your friends in board games, who can you be a mild jerk to? You know?
I tell you what, it feels good in my hand. It's going to look good on my blanket.
Okay, so here's the question. I have another French wallpaper in my hand right now, but it is not purple. So do I place it? I think I'm going to hold off. I'm going to hold on to it, and I'm going to place this other one first. And we're going to see if we can... Okay, so the Ferny boys are good for here, but then I'll have to get another Ferny boy.
Fun. Boy.
Oh my gosh, this is already... Like, I'm trying to look at all of these bonus tiles, and it doesn't look good. Also, which... You want 3 in a row, but I can't do that. Oh my goodness.
What is it? What are you thinking?
I try and work on all of the things and then end up doing none of them as a result. What we're going to do is we're going to pick up the yellow dots, and we're just going to run with that. And we're not going to put this in the bag. We're going to put it over... Nope. Over here. I'm going to put it over here for a second. And then I'm going to move and put it over here. Okay.
So Kumi in chat suggests I give in to the dark side, so I'm going to do that. Somebody in Twitch chat was like, do that, so I'll do it. If somebody in Twitch chat says something, you have to do it.
Oh, that is true. That's another part of the law of Twitch.
Yeah. It is. Unfortunately, that's how it goes. That's the devil's bargain you sign.
We could get ourselves into a lot of trouble if we're not careful.
Crime. Where am I going to put this now that I have it?
I'm sorry. Are you complaining about the purple French wallpaper right now? Because...
No, look, it's there. It's fine. It's gone down.
Oh, it looks hideous there. It looks hideous.
It does not, my friend.
It would have been so pretty on my board.
What a good time. We're having a good time. It's a lovely stream. We're all happy. We're not going to murder one another. This won't be the first Twitch board game murder stream ever. It's fine. I want one of those 2 starry, flowery things, but I can't make up my mind which one.
I don't care. You can have either one.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That could be a bluff. You could deeply care. And
I don't. I really don't.
All right, I'm taking the yellow one.
Okay.
And then, stripes.
green stripes. We haven't actually seen a lot of green yet. You've got a couple over there, but... Oh, okay. So I've got...
Yeah, we haven't.
So I need a Ferny boy for here, which means then I need dots, French wallpaper, and ferns for that one, which means what I should do is put... Oh, God.
There we go. It's happening.
We're putting this one over here. Then we're going to pick up the pink dots. And there we go. The pattern you hate.
I'm going to turn my light on because it's getting dark in here. The sun is going down.
Oh, yeah?
Where's my light switch? Although it's also, well, you know, it's a cloudy day. Whoa, hello. Bam.
You're kind of like me in that when you turn the lighting up to too much, like you all of a sudden are a ghost.
I'm a pale person of Celtic heritage, so I like bland food and folk music. It's, I don't know, genetically in me, perhaps.
I think
among some of the other things I like.
One of my paws, the air is not filling back up in it as well as it used to.
I've had that problem with my paws.
Well, when it comes to Paul's paws, you know.
I am a bear, that's true.
So yes, those of you in the chat who are talking about Among Us, there's a large group of board gamers, a lot of whom are in the chat right now, who play on most Saturday evenings, but we will likely not be playing tonight because of the marathon that's going on. A lot of the streamers are part of this marathon over the next... how many hours would be left at this point? -5, so 19 hours.
Crikey. It's blimey. I mean, it's good that you have folks around the world because you can hand off, you know, in that kind of way.
Yeah, we've got some really lovely international streamers who are going to be picking up the streaming when it gets really late here in the States. And then we also have a couple of lovely friends that live right here on the West Coast who are going to be streaming at 4 a.m. Pacific. Speaking of whom, Game Freak Geek Girl just got gifted a sub, and she's one of those people who's going to be awake at 4 o'clock in the morning. Thank you, Anonymous, for gifting that sub to Monique. That was so wonderful.
Wait, so Monique, are you going to be doing that? Are you going to be going to bed and getting up, or are you going to be up and then going to bed after?
I think someone said she's planning on staying up, but I'll let her speak to that. Hydration.
Kumi says, did you ever see a Twitch stream where Paul Dean was there, but he was a ghost? Tell us about that. I heard about that. That's a very Matthew Jude statement, and I like that a lot. Death by Monsters is a wonderful podcast.
Oh my gosh, right?
Extremely happy. I'll tell you what else is wonderful is 3 of these in a row. Look at that.
Look at
That's
that.
That's going to attract
another new me. I haven't really been paying attention to your personal goals on your board, but I hope you're doing horribly with them because you have all the cats.
I actually feel really confident this game compared to like the first time we played this when I was not confident.
Missy Mountains Girl, thank you for the follow.
But the question now is, what do I do next? I know what I do next. Okay, we're taking that star pattern one.
Okay,
for those
fine.
Flowers. Right. There we go.
Okay, so I know that
Monique says I will probably sleep and wake up at 3. That's crazy.
Yeah,
I mean that's doable, but that's brave.
If any time I've had to wake up that early, I tend to be pretty broken, brain wise. I have to keep holding on to this stupid teal French wallpaper because I might need it later. So now I'm forced to play the other tile in my hand every time, which I wouldn't. Oh, I might be able to get to 5 actually doing it that way. So we're going to do this, which gives me 3 pink button.
Mm-hmm.
And then we will pick up this one. Ooh, that's actually a good one for me. Haha! Less choices.
Okay. Well, okay. In that case, I
have no cats on my quilt. Maybe they know I'm allergic.
I want to say that, I don't know, again, there's a part of me that would say, well, they're very intelligent and they would sense that, but also I know cats and they don't have a clue what's going on. They're just so confused by everything all the time. So confused. I'm going to think about my tile objectives, and I'm going to drop this. Nope, I'm not. Changed my mind. I'm going to drop this in here.
Coconut got in the way.
Right? That doesn't happen with Rumi.
I'm just going to have to turn the doggo cam because they're literally laying in the hallway. Like,
wow, they are. Wow.
Like, they're just laying in the hall.
They are unconscious.
Oh, that's neat. You guys can see my little cherry blossom tree in the background there that has lots of fun colors. So
I'm going to take that. I'm going to take that one. That's... Oh, I know where that's going to... No, maybe... I don't know. I've taken it now. I've made my bed. I have to lie in it.
Yep, you did it.
Made my blanket. I have to lie on it.
Okay, I had a plan for you. What was that plan? Was it over there? I think it was over there. Because wait, 3 in a row. Yeah, okay. So we're going to go here, which gets me 3 of this pattern. So I get a new me. Okay, so now I have 2 yellows already here, so no more yellows around this one. We'll see how that goes. But this might be helpful. Taking
that might be as well, because I could see exactly what you might do with that.
Yeah.
So, how about Yeah, we'll do this. This swirly one is going to drop in here. That's going to give me 3 kind of pinkish, reddish tiles.
I love that the chat is currently discussing how to roast a chicken properly.
What? I can't... You can't leave this chat alone for like 2 minutes.
You can't! They're like a 4-year-old.
Folks, I need you to just... You know? Just... I need 10% of you to just... Grief. And now I don't know which other tile I'm going to pick up, and that was all chat's fault.
It's all chat's fault.
It's all chat's fault. Wait, so I've got 1, 2, 3, yep, it's going to be the ferns.
Because you know it's all about those ferns. About those ferns. No stripies.
Hey, Crystal.
Yeah?
Do you want to talk about Star Trek?
Yes, I want to talk about Star Trek. What kind of a question is that?
I swear I'm not trying to distract you, but this is a conversation that I had last night with some very good friends who are on the East Coast in an impromptu Discord chat.
Okay.
This is a thought I've had for a while. And I particularly thought about it while watching TNG. And my thought was, what does it smell like on the Enterprise?
Oh my gosh, I've never even thought about that before.
And then this new friend that I made, this guy called Max, who's friends with a couple of other friends of mine, who's really nice, was like, and it was a very good point. He was immediately like, maybe it's like the inside of an aircraft. It's got that slightly recycled air sort of clean feel.
Yeah.
But then maybe it's different because different people might have different environmental needs in their own cabins.
That's what's really fascinating is there are, obviously on the outside of the ship, there are airlocks. So you've got, a closed system to some degree, but there are cases where specific quarters have been given special accommodations.
Yeah.
Not necessarily, I don't know necessarily about air-wise, but definitely like there's an episode where the gravity is different in, a specific quarters. So I would imagine they could do different air to some degree as well. But like, yeah, I'm thinking it would be, if I had to describe how it smells, I'm thinking a little bit metallic. And like, do you know what ozone smells like?
I think so, yeah.
Like, it's basically impossible for me to describe, but I love the smell of ozone, and I think there would be a little bit of that in it. And I have to imagine, even though this isn't necessarily a pleasant thing, like, I have to imagine that there would be some level of disinfectant type smell, whatever that is in, the 20 whatever century. I'd probably not just like lemon pledge, obviously, but I think it seems like everything is kept very neat and clean generally. And so I feel like there would be some kind of tinge in the air. But what if, here's the thing. No one's ever discussed this before. The entire Enterprise could smell like freshly baked blueberry muffins. Like, you can't prove that it doesn't.
Well, I guess. I mean, that wasn't my first thought, but like, there's definitely things where like people must have their own personal preferences for like setting the temperature and the lighting, and so it could happen with smells. So it could.
Okay, Northern Sin, you have to add a teeny bit of pine tar for Sisko's cabin though, because of the baseball. You have to do like. Damn. It has to have that leather smell from a baseball or pine tar. Something reminiscent of baseball has to be in Sisko's cabin if we're going to describe it.
I did see a couple of people talking about like the DS9 kind of smell. And this is the other thing we touched on was like, what would it smell like on like a Klingon bird of prey? Because they always seem a bit darker and maybe even a bit smoky or steamy. And then we were talking about, is it because they're humid? Do Klingons like things a little more humid and sort of tropical? And if so, does that affect how that smells?
I think,
and not necessarily unpleasant, but just different.
True, and I definitely think we're treading into plot hole territory, because in theory, all of these different beings from different planets would likely not breathe the same air as humans or enjoy the same ambiance as a human, and so when you put them all together on a ship, you're already kind of like, it stands to reason that those planets would not be a lot like Earth, and yet we know that generally they do tend to be, which is fine. I'm not complaining, but
no, but that's a very good point. Very good point. I've just put a flowery thing down. I wonder if, because I've basically got two choices here for what to cut.
I mean, that is accurate. You do have two choices.
It's so unhelpful. And this is the stage of the game now where like stuff is starting to get filled in.
It really
and so
is.
Your choices narrow down. Oh boy. I think you might hate me, but I kind of want the French wallpaper one.
I mean, nothing could ever make me hate you, Paul Dean.
We'll see about that. We'll see how this game goes.
You're like, oh, just wait. Just you wait. I will admit, I wanted it. I have another French wallpaper in my hand, though, that would have serves equally as well. If it's not purple French wallpaper, then it's not any better than what I have in my hand currently. So the problem is that I don't want green or pink anything right now. I don't think. I do need another pink one around this. I've got 2 dots, 3 different colors. This one, I've got 1 pair of 2 already. Oofda.
Yeah, I feel like you've given yourself options.
Yeah, but I've also now made things a little bit more difficult in that regard, too. So what I'm going to do is put this pink dotty boy down here. Sure. And we will pick up... Oh, but see, if it's pattern-wise, it would have to be... Oh, okay. No, we've got options here. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take one of the 2 green stripies.
Okay.
And I'm going to try not to drop this in the bag. Here we go. We're going to put it over here and then over there. Okay.
Ooh, okay. All right. Well.
Hi, Legends DM.
Let's see. I am gonna...
Let's see if that'll work.
Yeah, I think this is the... Is this a... I'm going to drop these ferns here. We're getting to the point now where tiles slightly touch one another. Boy. Oh my goodness, it's a cascade of tiles touching tiles. I can't do anything about it. Gonna drop that there. That's gonna help me hopefully do that tile objective. And then I will draw... the purple fern?
Oh, good. Leave me with all the stripes again. No, it's fine.
Hold on, this could be a great... Ooh,
that's the same thing I have in my hand.
I don't know. I've been a very bad co-player today.
I will say, here in about 5 minutes or so, I am going to do the giveaway from the op for a copy of Blank Slate, and you do need to be following the channel to be eligible for that giveaway. So if you all are watching, and if you can hear my voice right now, and you have not clicked that follow button, make sure you do that in the next 5 minutes, so you will be eligible. Okay, so... Green stripy would probably be good for this one. And I don't have anything that I'll need to put here. So what we'll do is we're going to put this one here. Oh, I don't want any of you. I wish there was a mechanism via which we could clear the set of 3. Even if you like had to give up something to do it, or I don't know what you could give up, but it just it's
That's actually not a bad idea though.
A lot of games where you have a set selection, there is usually a mechanism via which you can wipe. I just realized I have 3 blues up here and I never claimed my blue button.
Oh, take it.
I'm taking it. Wait, Legends DM says, I follow Crystal. I heard a story about you yesterday in another streamer's stream.
Ooh.
Legends DM, was it the butt milk thing? Because... that's definitely been a thing. For those of you who don't play the game Among Us, on one of the maps, there's a vending machine, and in the vending machine is a carton of milk that has a peach emoji on it. So it's peach milk, but obviously the peach emoji often is used in reference for butts. And so when we were playing one day, I called it butt milk, and now the thing has spiraled far beyond me. I have to draw a tile. What do we want to take?
Hey, Coconut, yeah, I need you to come and save me from the butt milk stream quickly, please. Take me to a different blanket. Thanks, bye.
If it wasn't the butt milk thing, I am curious to know what you heard about being on someone else's stream. Hopefully it wasn't bad.
I'm just going to hydrate like a...
Yeah.
very responsible young man. Look at that. See?
So responsible.
Just have a sip. That's completely thrown me off what my next move is.
Ha-ha! So, and yeah.
Right.
You distracted me with Star Trek. I distracted you with butt milk.
Look at that. It's fine. I've got it together. I've regained my composure.
You're doing spectacularly right now, I have to say.
This is actually the best game I've had of this, and it's going to make me look better at this game than I am. Because I've floundered a lot in this game, but I feel like I've had a couple of lucky draws as well. No, seriously.
Aqua Solis in the chat just said, Crystal, can you go through your anecdotes until you get to the one Legends was thinking of? I mean... I have good anecdotes, I would say.
Just a Rolodex of these flashcards of all the different things.
Yeah. Did you take your new tile?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
Oh, thanks. What a good point. I didn't do that.
I've forgotten that a couple of times in the past, so I was like, those look the same.
They are the same. Oh, and this means I gotta make a... Ooh, okay, hold on. Hold your horses.
All right, I'm holding them.
Because I gotta, I was there the day that Paul Dean broke. Wait. Oh, hold on. Wait a second. All right, it's gonna be this one, I guess. Ooh, I don't like that. The combination of that color and that pattern. It's like some real bad 70s decor.
I mean, kind of. Okay, so it's my turn, but before I take my turn, let's do a giveaway, everybody. How about that?
That's good. That'll give me extra time to think. Thank you.
Yes, do that. I'm going to... All right. All right, friends, assuming that I've set everything up correctly, and by me, I mean Ambi mostly, with me checking things after the fact because Ambi's the best. The giveaway should be set up that after I open the giveaway, you will want to type hashtag the op. So that's hashtag THEOP. Capitalization does not matter. So hashtag the op after I open the giveaway. If you do it now, it will not mean anything. And I'm going to try and do that right now. Let's see if that worked. Hey, it actually worked. Holy moly. Look at us. It's happening. It's happening.
Oh my goodness.
All right, everybody, you want to win a copy of Blank Slate from the Op. Blank Slate is a really fun party game. In fact, I just played it a week and a day ago on Amanda Panda's stream with some really fun friends. We did an After Dark stream that got incredibly dirty. And that was quite fun. But yeah, if you want to win a copy of that game, just make sure... Somebody typed it in backwards. That's funny. I will leave it open for about another minute or so. So, y'all just keep putting it in the chat if you want to enter. Are you still moving things around? Are you cheating over there, Paul Dean?
I'm trying to get, like, my tile... There's just one or two of them that are slightly wonky. And
I know.
I thought, like, this is a great time for me to subtly...
fix. I know, but I can hear the little... It's funny, I can hear the little tap.
So sorry.
No, it's funny. I was just like, what is he doing? I didn't actually think you were cheating, but I was just like, what? I would be doing the same thing, truthfully.
You can't see it, but on my screen, I'm super zoomed in, and I'm just like, why is this not working?
Here, we could also zoom in very closely on yours. And yeah, like this.
Like, it's this green...
Oh no, here. I picked up your tile! I did not mean to do that. I'm cheating.
I'm so... Why? Like, it's like there's a tiny... You know, when you're playing a board game, there's a tiny speck of dust or like a little piece of sugar or something. And it's below... It's like that, but there's no Tabletopia, so there's no piece of sugar. What is happening? I'm furious, Crystal. I'm furious.
I did not realize that Lana was behind me, and I twisted the doggo cam around, and her face was just right there. Lana, where are you going? Hi, darling. Lana, about an hour before this stream, went outside and played in the dirt, and I kind of cleaned her face up a little bit, but she's still a little bit dirty.
Oh, it's gonna really show up on white fur as well.
Oh yeah, no, she was in the mud real good, and now she still has stuff stuck in her fur. Yeah, you got in the mud, didn't you? Are you proud of that fact? Are you proud? Yeah, you're proud? You sweet girl. Oh, goodness. All right. Anyone else wants to enter hashtag the op, THEOP in chat right now. I'm about to close it. I'm going to close it. I know that there's a delay on chat, so on Twitch, so I'm going to wait a few seconds, but then I'm going to close it. And let's make sure that I've got this right. We're going to draw our winner. Here we go. Boom! Pook 23. It looks like you are the winner. Let me see. I'm going to accept that, and it should show up in the chat. Hopefully. How do I post it? Oh, there we go. Ta-da!
There we go. Yeah. Congratulations.
Yay! So, Pook 23, if you could whisper me with your email address, and or if you want to go ahead and send over your mailing address, that's fine too. Otherwise, I can just get that through you via email. But just make sure you send me a whisper. And after the stream, I will... or the Brothers Murph are here. You could also whisper them too if you want. You know, I'm just saying.
Ooh.
But no.
Ooh, I don't know about whispering Nick. That could get out of control.
That could get out of control. Okay, so I'm going to close the giveaway because we already drew our winner. So congratulations, Opook. You win a copy of Blank Slate from the Op. The Op is the premier sponsor of this entire marathon, the whole 24 hours. So y'all make sure that you show them some love on social media or wherever else and thank them for sponsoring the larger event. I have some really cool sponsors lined up for the next TLN network event that I'm going to be taking a part of, which some of you don't even know about yet. Is Amanda Panda here in the chat? I don't know if she's still here. Amanda, if you're here, you should chime in and say whether we should talk about the next event that's coming up that people don't know about yet. All right. I assume it's my turn, as it has been.
I think so. It is now. That's what we're saying.
I really do have to make a judgment call here. As soon as I put down this French wallpaper up in this spot, the purple one is going to come. And it's going to be...
I was going to say, I hope it doesn't, because I know you'll be furious.
Oh, the Murph spilled the beans? Okay, good. No, that's wonderful. Okay, so I'm just going to say it right now, y'all. We are doing a very special event. It is going to be outside of our normal monthly TLN streams, and that is the Galentine's Day stream on February 14th, where every single streamer of the entire marathon is going to be a woman or non-binary presenting person, and I'm so excited for it. Like, we are, obviously we want to support the entire board game Twitch community, but we figured having a Galentine's Day where we support all the gals would be amazing. So that is what we're doing on February 14th, and more details will be coming out about that very soon. But needless to say, I have a couple of sponsors for that one that I'm really excited about. So.
Congratulations, that's really cool.
Yeah, I'm super hyped, and Ambi and I are going to be playing some really fun games. So.
And also terrific for representation.
Yes, I'm so excited. Okay, I just have to put a tile down is the problem here right now.
Well, no, I mean, is that really the point of the game?
So what we're going to do is this will be 2 stripies. So I think that we're okay. Oop, nope, not on top, right?
It does that sometimes too. It's
they like to snap into the wrong spot. Okay, which I get another pink button, which doesn't do me good. No rainbows are happening today, my friends. But that's okay.
I think it's really hard to get a rainbow, actually.
It seems like you have to kind of go for that and ignore some of the other things.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to pick up this one. And then, that's not what I wanted, but okay.
Ooh, that's not what I wanted either. Ooh, okay, how am I going to do this?
Bye, Aquasulis. Thank you so much for hanging out. Yeah, y'all, the February 14th stream, I am so excited about. And we started planning this. This is Amanda Panda's idea. So all credit goes to her for the idea itself. And I am very happy to be helping with it. It's going to be a lot of fun. Also, this is my first Valentine's Day being single in 10 years.
Wow.
11 years? 11 years. Because I met...
It is 2021.
Yeah. I met my ex-husband the summer of 2010. So 2010, I was single. But yeah, so it's been 11 years since my last single Valentine's/Galentine's Day. And honestly, it doesn't bother me, but I'm kind of excited. I'm hyped for the Twitch streaming now.
Good for you. What am I going to do here, though, Crystal?
That's a good question. I don't have an answer for you.
I need your expert help.
Nick, I'm assuming it's Nick since Mike is engaged to be married. Nick says, I've never not been single on Valentine's Day. Oh, hey!
Just doesn't do enough chit. If you just chit a little more. Like, that's basically how it works for, like, birds. There was a really cool bird outside my window earlier, and just make the same noise over and over again, and eventually you attract another bird, right?
That's how that works. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I think Nick, though, it's less the noises and more the like physicality, because like maybe that's what the dabbing is for on the brother Murph stream, is that's actually the Murph mating call and none of us knew it, and this whole time.
I'm learning things.
Also, I've only dabbed like a handful of times in my life, and every time I do it, it feels awkward.
And yet it's also already going out of fashion.
Yeah. I mean, I do tend to do things that are not in fashion anymore, so.
Oh, you're talking to a guy who likes the 70s, so.
Whose turn is it, Paul?
I just put a tile down. I think I'm happy with it. I've got to draw one now, which is like a whole separate decision. Okay.
Well, after you draw your tile, would you honor me and the chat with some information about your cat-based RPG, please? Because I would love to hear about it.
That's why we mentioned that at the top of the show. And that's... Okay, I've done it. I've drawn a tile. I feel like I know what I'm doing. I keep cleaning my glasses because they're, I don't know, probably covered in the musty sweat from my overheating brain as I try and play this.
You know, there's nothing sexier than musty brain sweat.
That's what my Star Trek cabin smells like. This is Paul. He's a command division officer. This is his musty cabin.
Conrad, you and I should talk more and figure that like out. I bet our stories are very, very similar, like even more so than we realize.
Oh my god, there's a dab emoji. Of course there is.
Of course there is.
Yeah. Okay, before I make this move, because this is good, this will give me some more time to think as well. RPGs. Hey, so first of all, are you much of an RPG player?
For me personally, so I did D&D. For the record, I didn't play RPGs growing up, but after I got into board games, I then realized, of course, I wanted to try RPGs like everybody else. And I played in 3 different D&D campaigns. No, 2 different campaigns that lasted a decent amount of time. One of them was weekly for a year. And I've also played in the Star Trek Adventures RPG, and I've done a couple of one-offs, including Honey Heist. But my RPG experience is somewhat limited.
You just say somewhat limited, and then you just listed a whole bunch of stuff.
Well, right, but like
a year-long campaign.
I've never run an RPG. I'm always the person who does not remember my own stuff or rules, and I just say, "Can I do this?" And they say yes or no.
That's like the RPG experience. It's still a thing. I feel like in a lot of things, but it's definitely a thing in games where there are loads of women I speak to who are like, "Oh, I don't really know that much about this. I've just done this and this and this and this." And I think we're still... I've had so many women friends of mine say, like, "Oh, I realized that we do this too much. Like, we have loads of skills and experience, and we put ourselves down, and we don't rate ourselves." And you just listed, like, a whole...
That's very
binder,
true.
as Mitt Romney would say, a binder full of RPGs.
I think for me, it's less about... Well, for the record, I'm not disagreeing with you. I think you're 100% accurate in that women, including myself, do tend to do that. I think for me personally, though, I recognize that RPGs are a thing that a lot of gamers have, decades of experience with. They started as preteens or even kids and have played really long and complex campaigns that spanned a long, long time. So I think my experience with RPGs is valid, but definitely less so than a lot of other people's experience. And that's not to say that it's worse than, but just my knowledge about RPGs is definitely not where a lot of other people's is.
Well, I mean, okay, I'm gonna run with what you just said then, and then that's my experience with art. I like art. I super didn't understand art growing up or have a favorite artist or something. It was something that happened in my late 20s. I was suddenly I really care about art and I really care about art history, and these things are actually really important and really cool. And I wish you just hadn't taken that tile crystal, but never mind.
You know what? You took my purple French wallpaper earlier, and I didn't actually know that you needed this one, but I'm going to say that I did it intentionally.
Never mind. When I moved here to Canada, to Vancouver about 6 years ago now, I started doing some martial arts, some historical martial arts and fencing and boxing. And that's a thing I started in my 30s. And I'm not at all an expert at that, but I feel like I know some things about it now because I've done it for several years, and that I have feelings about it, and I super care about it, and I care about the scene and how these things are done and how they're taught. Same for actually art and art history. And I don't think it's necessarily more valid if you started doing it when you're a kid. I started doing tabletop role playing when I was 12. Yeah, and I started with D&D 2nd edition. And the thing with that is it may have actually put me in kind of a hole. It may have put me in a rut of I have some older kind of thinking to do with RPGs. And a thing that I've really liked about the RPG community over the last sort of decade or so is it's diversified. It's become a bit more democratic because there's loads more indie RPGs. There's loads more small stuff made by all kinds of different people, which makes the scene more representative. And there's a broader discussion of it, and I feel like it's gradually becoming a bit more inclusive, and it's becoming a bit more aware. And I'm actually, in some ways, I'm this stuck in the past guy who wants to play what I always played because that's what I grew up with, and that's what I do is D&D from the 80s, 90s.
Okay.
But that has me thinking in a certain mindset, which it's good to be shaken out of by different people with different ideas who, turn up fresh and they want something else and they want something different. And it's been a really good thing to be an RPG designer for the last few years of my life and have to think about this stuff from other angles. I feel super proud of this. I wasn't heading here now, but now I can segue into talking about Magical Kitty Save the Day, because I am, first of all, I am part of a whole team on this. I'm one person who did part of the game, did a campaign setting for it. But we had a whole team. We had a Zoom call once where I looked at it and my partner was like, wow, this is 50% men and women, like the real world is. And I was like, oh, yeah. And we're doing something, we put something together that was family friendly. The idea being that it could take, we'd say young people, introduce them to role playing. It's a thing that kids can pick up. We'd say young people, but particularly role playing. It's a thing that kids can young girls as well is one of the ideas of this. It's something that will get girls into role playing.
Okay.
But it's a family friendly role playing game about role playing cats who have various different magical powers. We now know that cats don't, because we've seen cats on social media. They're clueless, but we might think they do when they're kids. And solving problems, having adventures, having cat-sized adventures in a world that can be often quite magical, where other animals talk, and maybe houses get up on legs and run away occasionally because the houses belong to a witch. But the witch could be a good witch, and that house could just be out of control. You don't know. With Bigfoot's big feet, Bigfoot, things like this. Having to de-escalate a situation with a very scared skunk, which that could always go badly. But it's been a super good experience working on this, and it's taught me about what other people might want from a role-playing game, different kinds of people, with different approaches. I had a really good editor, a lady called Michelle, and a really good team of people who contributed sort of all sorts of ideas and art and design. It's been really, really enjoyable doing this. But it has, like all the other RPG projects I've done over the years, it sort of broadened my awareness of like, there's so much different stuff we can do with role-playing, and it doesn't have to be D&D. And I think we've got to break ourselves out of this mindset that you need to read big, heavy books, and you need to be super expert, and you need to be playing the stuff for years, and because otherwise you end up like Crystal on a stream saying like, I don't know about RPGs because I've only done all of this stuff. And it's like, yeah, you clearly do. And you're allowed to have valid opinions there. And it's just, we have this stuffy old idea. And unfortunately, the same can happen with tabletop. In all, like happens with board games, you get a lot of stuffy old guys who double down and triple down and like, I want this is how it should be. And it's like, that's fine. If you like that, if you enjoy that, you already have that and that works for you. But there's so much more we can do.
And anyone who plays board games is a board gamer. Anyone who plays any RPG is an RPGer. And it just because somebody else chooses to make a single game a lifestyle game for them doesn't mean that you have to have the same level of experience to also be part of that group. So.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And the thing with, like, even when I played that younger D&D, we would get in like some of the groups I were in that were really healthy, good groups of people, often healthy, good groups of good men. I've been very lucky to have some good male friends in my life.
Come here, puppy. Come on. She's like on the wrong side. Come here. Over here. I know you're confused. You don't understand what the camera is. Is she coming up? She's like over here confused. She's like, I don't understand what you're asking me to do right now.
They don't want the life of celebrity.
They just don't understand what a camera is. Like when I tell them to look at the camera, they want to look at my face. They don't want to look at a camera. Like right now, if I turn around, she wants to look at me. She wants to look at me. I 100% know, like from having pets, that if you point at something, if you say to your dog, look at that, they just look at your finger. Yeah, they don't understand.
Like, what's going on? What's happening with your finger? It's just your finger.
Well, so if people are interested in magical kitties, how can they get it?
I would say just immediately head to either the Atlas Games website, like Google Atlas Games, or just Google Magical Kitty Save the Day. It was a Kickstarter project in, was it 2019? Yes, because we're in 2021. So I think it was a Kickstarter in 2019, and we began work on it in 2020. And I did one module for it, it's called The Wild Ones, and it's based kind of in the wilderness with sort of semi-feral cats or feral cats doing things who don't necessarily have owners.
Okay.
There's a lot of other settings that I think there's one on Mars, and there's a classic hometown setting. And often as a magical kitty, you'll be helping out like your family, your owners that you live with, to solve problems in their hometown that maybe humans are not so good at solving themselves, because we're humans and we tend to mess stuff up.
We really do tend to mess stuff up.
We do. But it's very, very family friendly and designed like families could play it together, which I think that was nothing that we ever did, unfortunately, in my family. We weren't really a sort of a gaming family around the table. I feel super jealous about people who are, and I think it's a really good family activity.
For sure.
It's designed to be that, but like kids also can pick up and play it and improvise with it themselves. I don't know. It's
kids love to tell stories, so it feels natural for kids to play RPGs, and yet that was something that I was just never in my world as a kid. And what's interesting is my dad especially is a huge nerd. Like he's a computer programmer and was programming computer games in like the 70s and 80s. So like he must have I don't actually know if he ever played D&D when he was young. He must have. But like it just never got introduced to me when I was young. And I feel like I would have had a lot of fun with that kind of stuff when I was a kid.
Yeah, well, I bet you do now as an adult.
Oh, right? Yeah. I mean, telling stories, whether they are true or fictional or whatever. I mean, I'm a writer. Like, that's what I do for a living. And I obviously, Twitch streaming, that's me talking to a camera, often not with a guest. So just me talking a lot of time. Cool. Well, thank you, Nick, for dropping that link in the chat. I'm going to copy and paste it and drop it one more time in case anybody missed it.
Yes, thank you.
But yeah, if y'all want to check out Magical Kitties, that is the link to go find it. And I think it sounds delightful. I'm going to switch us back over to our game screen.
Right, yes, because you got me monologuing.
I wanted to hear about it. Like, you told me about this game, and I was like, wait, we're going to do it on the stream, so...
I feel like anything that gets more folks into that is good.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed working with that team as well.
It's so funny because the people who tend to not be as enjoyable to talk to about these types of topics, like, the more diversity in thought and personage that has come into board games and RPGs has been, and I'm not a scientist, I have no evidence to back this up, but I will state that it is definitely a big reason why the quality and creativity in these spaces has improved vastly over the past, we'll say, decade. And it's just getting better.
It turns out that if you get people who might have a different approach or a different idea or a different conception of things, and you work with them, and if you're able to work with them and listen, because that's a skill, obviously, yeah, you might only become more original and more creative. And I was going to say, I feel like I was super lucky. I had a lot of healthy male friends as I grew up role playing, and I watched some of them introduce other people and how they onboarded other people. Like, I remember a friend of mine's partner being like, oh, I don't know if I could play D&D. I don't know if it's complicated. And we were all like, no, this is fine. We'll start you here and we'll show you how this works. And you don't need to know this. Because that's exactly the same as it is for all of us.
Yeah.
And that's kind of, I think if you're already in the space and you know it and you've had these experiences and you're in a position of privilege as like maybe a guy in the space, you should put some effort into helping other people get on board. And then when they start giving you their ideas and feedback, incorporate that.
The idea of gatekeeping in any form makes no sense to me, because especially people who do these things as like a lifestyle game, they don't want, they may want to play the same game over and over, but they don't want to have the exact same experience over and over. Clearly, you wouldn't do it as a lifestyle game if that was what you wanted. And so by introducing new people and new things, it just makes that lifestyle game that much more rich and interesting. So
it makes sense if you're like an insecure person, or if you're a person who doesn't like change.
I mean, yes. And we do have some of those in the hobby, for sure.
Do we? Wow.
I know, right? It's shocking. Thank you for the follow, Falcor is God. And also, man, I feel like, where'd Sterling go? He's my little puppy that kind of looks like Falcor. I wish he was still... Oh, you are here. Come here. Sterling, come here. No, don't run away. He got scared. He kind of looks a little bit like Falcor. Can you come back, buddy? No, you're just going to hide in the hallway? All right, fine, whatever. Doggo Cam is just blanket cam right now.
I see that they're always interested, though. There's always the look back.
Yeah, Sterling is a very nervous dog. Like, he loves to sit in my lap, but he doesn't like to be picked up. So, like, he'll come over to me and, like, put his paws on me because he wants to be in my lap. And when I reach down to pick him up, he'll run away. So, like, he's just... Oh, he's a nervous little doggy. Oh, hi, Lana. You decided to get back on camera? Yeah, you're just gonna... She keeps plopping herself down right in front of it, which is just perfect.
She is very interested in you today.
She is always interested in me. She is my girl. She is my darling. I love her. I say openly that she is my favorite, even though I love all three of my dogs very, very much. But Lana's my girl.
Aww.
Oh, goodness. All right.
I got a question in chat. I have not followed chat well enough. I just caught up with this. Pook23 was saying, can you play Magical Kitties 2-player? I think so. I think you can play most RPG experiences 2-player, but it becomes quite different when you've got like one player and one GM. Crystal, is that a thing you've ever done? Have you ever done an RPG 2-player?
I haven't. And I actually think that would be a really interesting and intimate experience. And obviously I don't mean intimate in the adult way, but like...
No, I know exactly what you mean.
For me, I think, so there's a board game called And Then We Held Hands. Have you ever played that?
I haven't, but I've heard of it.
Okay, so it's not an RPG at all, but it's a game, it's a 2-player game where you're silent during the course of the rounds, and you just have to kind of intuit what your partner is wanting and doing. And honestly, Fog of Love comes close to being a 2-player RPG.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Huh. Yeah. All right, Paul, I'm going to make you put down a tile. We have about 15 minutes left until the end of the stream, and I want to make sure that we can raid Jess appropriately. We're getting close, and it's going to be tough. Some of these last couple tiles are going to be a struggle for me, I think.
This is fine. I've done it. I did it. You're right. I did the thing. I did it. I put one down. I just got to pick one now. Okay, I'm gonna pick the green spotty one.
You and I just don't like the stripies today.
Well, like I did my stripes and I got my cat, and I'm done with that now, really.
Okay, so I need to put something that is either pink, green, or blue here, and it has to be a pattern I haven't done yet. So this tile actually would work for that. Okay, hold on. I'm going to put this down and then just look and make sure that I haven't screwed this up. Because I think for this goal specifically, I have color-wise 2, 2, 1, 1, and then pattern-wise 2 dots. Oh no. Oh yeah, 2 stripes, and then that one and that one. So yes. Okay, so if nothing else, I get 7 points for that one, the easiest of my goal tiles.
I feel like you're doing okay here.
And we'll see. I really want to get this last kitty, but right now... So, what am I going to need here?
I'm taking a blue button. That's why I put that down, so I could get a blue button.
Oh, yeah. I actually have 4 buttons. Oh, but I'm not going to be able to get a light blue one. That's not possible at this point, so. No rainbow button for me this time. Which of these stripies would be best for me is the question. I think... Ooh, I want to take... dark blue stripey. All right.
Okay, here we go. Right.
Can I just say, chat, how lovely you all are? Like, I apologize that we haven't been able to directly interact with all of your comments as we've been discussing this, but please know that I've been reading them, and it warms my heart to see the things that you all are saying about the discussion that Paul and I had. So...
What am I going to do? Keep it together, Paul. Keep it together. You're
nearly there. And Boobot just put a link to the Board Game Blitz Discord in the chat, which is pretty awesome. If you all are not a part of the Board Game Blitz Discord, you should definitely join. And we just got a new subscriber, Chopper Dan 2021. Did you just make a Twitch account, or did you predict that you would be on Twitch and doing things in 2021? Oh, you got gifted a sub. Just Czar gifted it to you. That's so lovely. Mystery
I did it, Crystal. I made a move.
You made a move?
I made a decision in my life.
Oh, and... Okay. Ooh, actually, that one might be really good for me. Oh, because if that one goes here... God, I would still need the purple one up there, though. Oh.
You could take it, and then if the purple thing comes up, you can take it, but otherwise you'll still get 5 in a row.
Okay, so what we're going to do... Putting this one down
It's not a question of like a bad choice. It's more like how good a choice is it?
Yeah. This one is decent. Is better for me color-wise than the teal one. So we'll take this one and we'll see what happens. Oh, man. We don't have very many tiles left, though.
I know what I want, and I don't know if it's ever going to come up.
Oh, it's a C-Lab 2021 reference. Oh, my gosh. I hadn't even thought of C-Lab in so long. Holy moly. I will admit, C-Lab was not necessarily my jam, but I did watch a bit of it.
That was that, like, cartoon show that was set in, like, now, basically, but underwater, right?
Yep. I liked C-Lab. I was more of an Aqua Teen Hunger Force gal. I have seen every episode of Aqua Teen Hunger Force, even when it changed names, and it was Aqua Unit Patrol Squad, and Aqua TV Show, and I don't even remember what else. And toward the end, it was not as good. But Aqua Teen Hunger Force is better than most people would give it credit for, considering it's anthropomorphic food. Like, it's not... It's a very weird concept that has some very funny episodes. Did you already pick up your new tile or no?
I did.
Okay.
I did. It was a blue French wallpaper thing.
Wait, is this blue flowery thing? Hold on. This might be completely perfect. Because then, 2 blue. Oh, have I already screwed up the color thing? I totally already have. Ha! That's funny. Well, this is fine. I'll get a blue button for this one. So, I can't take. I'm trying to take a tile before I've placed a tile. Hold on. I'm getting excited. Okay. So, what we're gonna do.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. I already screwed up the color one, so it doesn't matter. So then I should just. Here, I'm putting this down. I swear, if a purple French wallpaper comes out, at the very least, we got a Leo.
Meow. That 5 in a row is tough.
It is, but we did it. And then now I'm going to take this one. Because at least then we'll have the patterns for that one. All right.
Okay, what's in the bag?
What's in the bag? Oh. Okay.
Well, okay, now I'm just sort of... Yeah, I'm going to be holding out hope that I might get something that I care about.
Yeah, like I have a corner down here that I only want one very specific thing for at this point, and so far it does not exist anywhere, and I already have 2 tiles in my hand, so...
Oh God, I'm looking at the clock. It's like having a chess timer.
We're okay. We only have 3 tiles left to place. We got 11 minutes. We're good.
Are we?
Yes. But chat, if you have any more questions for Paul, I know you all see my silly face all the time, but you don't see Paul, at least here on this channel, as often. So if you have any more questions for Paul that will distract him away from his impending victory, please feel free to drop this in the chat.
We'll see about that, Crystal. But yeah, I don't know. Ask me about RPGs. Definitely ask me about RPGs.
Okay.
I've done a few now. I feel super chuffed about that.
Oh, I love the word chuffed. My brain doesn't know to use it ever, but like, I love it.
You know what I would love is a haircut. I have not had a haircut since...
Would your hair be chuffed to have a haircut?
Would, because I accidentally got it cut too short when I got that haircut, and it suited me better than I thought. And obviously it took longer to grow out because it was shorter. And now I want that to happen again, but I also don't feel like the time is appropriate here to do that.
Right.
It would be more socially responsible to not.
I've generally been the same way. I did one... Like, I have a hairstylist who has a private, like, suite in a larger studio, so he's the only one I've gone to, but I haven't been to see him in a while now, which is why my colors, they are faded.
I got 2 really good questions from people that are really nice. One of them is, what's your next project that we should know about? Another one was, would you write another Magical Kitties story if asked? I probably would write another MK story, and would probably do a better job, hopefully, as well. I got some super good feedback from my editor about like, you're really good at world building, but you tend to repeat things more than you need to. Like, even though we were writing for a younger audience, you forget, like, you know, there's indexes, there's ways to reference things, so you don't have to keep telling your readers to check this and look at that. And also just include less theoretical background and more like definite material, rather than tell a player like, oh, you could have this thing here and this could happen. Actually write that scenario and say, this thing is here and it works like this. Because if people are going to invent stuff, they're going to invent it anyway. You don't have to encourage them to theorize in their heads.
Right.
I'm currently working on an expansion for a game called Feng Shui, which is also with Atlas Games, who I did Magical Kitties with, which will nearly be finished, and it'll be it's a game where you travel through time being martial artists, basically, and it's set in Paris in 1944, the thing that I'm writing, so you can travel back in time and punch Nazis if you want to, which is not topically inappropriate for some folks, but it was also a good chance to include some cool historical women figures, because the French resistance was full of women. And there were quite a lot of British and Commonwealth special agents who were women who would like parachute into the region because everyone was like, oh, that's a woman. That can't be a spy or a special agent or whatever. And that a lot of this stuff only got declassified in like the last like 15 or 20 years, that we had all these ladies in the war effort doing this stuff behind enemy lines, which is pretty extraordinary. You know, we have James Bond being James Bond with all his gadgets and all this stuff. We had real women doing that kind of stuff without gadgets, but with genuine risk of death. And we're only now learning about what they did, and it's super fascinating. And definitely like against stereotypes that people had at the time.
My tiles are doing the same thing yours are. They don't want to like go in the spot. They're like wiggly.
That's it will drive me mad because you'll be trying to find which one's doing it.
Look what I just did. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stripey boys. I'm getting myself a coconut. Coconut.
Late game success from Crystal.
And then we're going to pick up... Doesn't really matter which one. Which one do I think you might want? We will take this one. I don't actually know which one you would want. Oh, there we go.
I think I got the one I want. Here it goes.
Oh yeah, I forgot. We already have tiles in our hands. So chat, make sure you look at the thing I just put in the chat. We're going to be raiding Jess Chicks Can Game here in just a few minutes. But our leader of the raid for this entire marathon is Tabletop. They made the awesome shirt that I'm wearing right now, my Omni Gamer shirt. It's so awesome. See? Oh, and it's blurry because now the thing doesn't recognize I'm a human anymore. It has to know that I'm human, otherwise I get blurred. But they have a lot of awesome products, and they have a sale going on this weekend specifically because of this event. So if you go to tabletop.com, I believe I don't know if there's a code or I think it's just a sale on their site. Now I'm not remembering, so. And you placed your last tile, so now I got to place mine.
I did. I'm done, and I'm happy with that tile.
We're going to do that, and I'm going to get myself another yellow button. And that's going to be it. So now we just have to score.
Right. Have I done my bonus tiles? This is what I'm going to see.
Okay. Oh, yeah. I'm going to do that first, too, because I need to figure this out. Let's see here. So this one, I think I did both, right? Stripies. Dot. Different thing. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1. So this is 7. How do I make it go up? Oh gosh. Can I just... Oh, here.
So I've got a rules question for you, Crystal, my rules expert. For my right-sided tile here, I've got 2 swirly fellows, 2 French wallpapers.
Oh no, you have 3 swirly fellows.
So would that count as 3 even though they're not connected?
Yes, it's just anything surrounding the tile.
Gotcha, okay. Well, darn. Okay. I don't care. I got my cat.
But you did the color one.
Did I?
2, 2, 1, 1. Yeah, 2 teal, 2 purple, 1 dark blue, 1 pink.
Right, thank you. I wouldn't have spotted that.
Yeah, you get 5 points for that. For this one down here.
This is why I consult the rules expert.
I did nothing. Did I? I did absolutely nothing for that one. Good job, me. Okay, so then for this one, I only did 1 of them, I think. I have the pattern one, so 7. Why is it not letting me? How do I? Oh, there we go. Plus 7. Then, okay, so that's all I got for my bonuses. Oh, now what about the kitties? I have 1 of each. That's at least nice and even.
You did a very good job getting Leo.
It only lets me do plus 12 at a time, so we'll do that. And then plus, oops. I keep clicking the wrong button. 20, how much? 18, 23.
That's so many cat points.
And then buttons. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Times 3 is 21.
Ooh, boy.
Uh-oh. Okay, why can I not scroll around? 12. Math time. 50. Can I just set this amount to something? Can I just type? I don't think there's a way to type.
I think so.
I don't know how to type. There probably is, and everybody's like screaming in the chat about it right now, but I'm refusing to watch. Is it 50? Oops, too much. Is that it?
51 to 58, it might be.
How did I
might
beat
be what it
you?
is.
Your quilt looks so much better than mine.
Does it though? You did some really... Basically, you did all of that really well. You did a good mix of different things. And you got like the ultimate cat objective with Leo. You got a good amount of buttons there.
That's true. I did get a lot of buttons. And yeah, getting Leo was the key. And what's crazy is... Oh no, I might have been able to work on the other objective for this one if I had gotten that purple one. But really, it's fine that I didn't, so...
Pretty good. Well done.
All right.
That was quite close.
That is really close, and that was a good game.